There are several mistakes we make when decorating our spaces. So today guys, I'll be telling you about 6 of them that we can avoid when working on our interiors. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Faazati Ali and I'm an interior designer who's always giving the best tips on how to make your space look stunning. I also do DIYs and give you guys affordable ideas on how to make your own home decor pieces. I also paint, so do feel free to hit the subscribe button below and join the family. I upload videos every single week. So yeah, let's get straight into today's video and figure out mistakes to avoid when doing our interior spaces. Now the first mistake you want to avoid when working on your interior spaces is matching everything. I know it can be really tempting to want to match your sofa to your curtains, to your floor rugs and everything else, but an actual decor balance is only achieved through some contrast. So you might want to add some different features, colors, shapes, textures, materials and all that. This actually comes together and makes the space a lot more aesthetic. So try and add a few textures, colors, shapes and materials in that particular space to make it look a lot more interesting. You don't have to match everything to make your space look aesthetic. You actually have to have some contrast to make a space look way more appealing. So definitely avoid matching everything. Second mistake you want to avoid when you're working on your interior spaces is staying too neutral when it comes to your color choices. Now, I know a lot of us love neutral colors, me included. I really love neutral colors, but you want to make sure you're not using completely neutral colors in a whole space. That will make the space feel a little cold. Try to add some bold colors in your artwork to create focal points, in your pillows, in your accessories like the vases and the flowers and all these little items. At least having some color will give the room a lot more vibrance, some warmth, some playfulness and make it look a lot more aesthetic and cozy. So guys, when you're working on your interior colors, make sure you're having some few bold colors in there. Don't keep it completely neutral as that will be a little boring and at the same time cold. Anyway guys, I also did an entire video explaining how to go about color selection and give you guys amazing tips on how to go about this process. So I will link it in the description below. You can check it out. And yeah, let's go to our next point. Another mistake we want to avoid when doing our spaces is cluttering a room with too many objects. And this generally happens when we're trying to display practically everything from antiques to sentimental objects to objects we've collected as a hobby or over the years while traveling. It could also be, just quite a number of things in a particular space. Now this makes a room look very busy. When you walk into that particular space, your eyes are bouncing off on all the different objects and this does not make a room look good at all. So go ahead and pick just 1, 2 or 3 signature items and keep them in that particular room. This will actually pull your style together and complement the entire room. The other items, I don't know, look for another room or another space in the house where you can place them, because at the end of the day when you have too many things in one space, it actually looks very stuffy, very uncomfortable and does not look aesthetic at all. So avoid cluttering your space with too many things. Now the next mistake I'm going to be talking about is using of untested wall color. Now before you go ahead and put a color on a whole wall, make sure you do a small patch test. This is so that you can be able to see what the color looks like during the day in natural lighting and also what it looks like during the night in artificial lighting. This is because the color that we see is usually affected by the amount of light reflected on that particular surface. And sometimes the color that you thought you really liked and wanted in a particular space won't look exactly like what you thought it would. So make sure you do a patch test first, figure out if it still looks like what you wanted it to look like, and then go ahead and paint the whole wall. Rather than painting the whole wall, figuring out it doesn't look like the color you thought it would look like, and then having to redo the wall. Definitely wasting resources, time and all that. So always make sure to do a small patch test before you go ahead and paint a whole wall. Now this next mistake is one that a lot of us make, and that is putting furniture against the wall. I know it's kind of a logical thing to just put your couches and cupboard against the wall. If you have a small space, go ahead and do that. But if you have a large space, putting all these things against the wall just leaves a lot of space in the middle of the room that just goes to waste. Also, having your couches and chairs near each other away from the walls actually enhances interaction and connection within the people that are sitting in that particular room. The walls that now don't have furniture placed against them can now be used to place artworks and some really nice wallpapers that will add aesthetics to the room and make the whole space look a lot more aesthetic. The last mistake I'll be talking about in this particular video is using of low window treatments. And I have touched on this in a previous video where I was talking about how to make a small space look larger, but this is actually quite a general tip. When you use low window treatments, the room and the walls actually look shorter, thus making the space look even a little bit more clumsy. You want to always go for curtains that are way high near the ceiling. This makes the walls look longer, the room look bigger and more spacious, and definitely making the space a lot more appealing. So always avoid short window treatments and make sure you're having your curtains near the ceiling. Even if they go past the window, that is okay. That's what adds more aesthetics into a particular space. Those are some of the mistakes we make when decorating our interior spaces, and I know there's so many other mistakes, and if you know about them, do leave them in the comment section below so that I can also learn from you. Anyway guys, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got to learn a few tips and will be able to make your spaces look a lot more stunning. Do feel free to like, comment, and of course subscribe and share. I'll be truly grateful. Anyway guys, see you next week inshallah with another video. Love you guys so much, and bye bye.